Hi, Lisa Harrison here. Thanks to a recent experience, I discovered a very powerful, fast, natural remedy for a toothache. And I think I had an abscess, so I don't mean, a mild toothache, I mean big pain. And if you're anything like me, you believe that there's no pain worse than head pain. Headache, toothache, earache, just don't do it, can't cope. And if your experience is anything like mine, it always strikes on a Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock, and that's when you discover that there really is no emergency dental services in your area, which is what just happened to me. So from Friday night to Sunday morning, I was doing everything I knew, everything I could possibly think of to deal with this pain, and nothing helped. Until I tried, get this, raw garlic. You take a clove of garlic, peel it, slice it lengthways in half. It must be lengthways, don't do across. I did experiment, for some reason it doesn't work. So lengthways, and then put the fresh side, freshly cut side, on your gum next to your tooth. And it works, but there is a warning here. It burns. It really, really burns. After 36 hours of excruciating pain, though, I actually found the pain of this, just because it was different, to be a relief. Just breathe through it. Do whatever you can to get through it. It won't last that long, maybe 20 or 30 seconds. And the pain starts to wear off, and so does the toothache. When I took that garlic out of my mouth, my toothache was gone, and I think I almost went into a bit of shock. But do it again if you have to. Do it as many times as you have to. But another warning, because garlic burns, it can leave you with an ulcer in your mouth, around the area. If that happens, warm salty water just seems to take care of that very quickly. So if you're suffering from a toothache right now, then pause the video, go do the garlic and come back, because there's more to this story, and I think it's just as important as getting some instant pain relief. My personal belief is that for anything and everything that manifests for us physically, there is an emotional or mental underlying cause. Now, according to Louise Hay, teeth issues and toothache is to do with indecision. So when this first came up for me, I did ask myself the question, where do I need to make a decision in my life? What am I avoiding? What am I avoiding making a decision about? And I clearly had a very big block about this, because I just went, no, nowhere, I'm good, all good. It obviously wasn't the case. And after, using the garlic, I was pain-free, blissfully pain-free for two and a half days. And then it started to come back. So when it came back, I thought, okay, now it's time to look at this underlying emotional cause or mental cause. And I asked myself the question again, where do I need to make a decision? And again, nothing. So for me, it was whatever block I had to seeing it and realising it was so huge that I literally need to kind of beat myself down, beat down my resistance to letting it come up through pain. I got to the point where I just went, okay, I give up. Where do I need to make a decision? So when I finally got to that point, and I asked myself the question again, two very distinct areas came up for me that looked completely unrelated at first. And I was, again, in this situation of being in tears with this pain. Asked myself the decision, and I went to my husband and I said, oh, look, this is what's coming up for me. I just need to sort of express it and let it out. And I just started to ramble and just almost like free associate and just let it go wherever, let it take me wherever it did. And began to realise that these two seemingly unrelated issues had an underlying theme of trust. I needed to decide to trust in myself, the universe, and others. And I went and I got to a point where it was hard, but I actually got to a point where I was able to make a decision and make a committed decision to trust. And it was one of those big decisions when you've made a huge decision in your life that's going to change everything. It's changing your path. You can feel it in your gut. And it was that kind of decision. That's what was needed. And this whole process, from tears of pain and asking myself the decision, rambling, realising and making the decision, took 20 minutes. And I went from tears of pain to pain-free in 20 minutes, that whole process. And I haven't been in pain since. It hasn't come back. And that was 6 or 8 weeks ago. I haven't posted a video until now because I really wanted to, I wanted to make sure, again, that nothing was going to come up, or that if it didn't, I needed to use the garlic again, would it work? But I haven't had to use it again. So I've been pain-free ever since. So if you try this, if you try the garlic or you try the decision process or both, please leave a comment, because I really want to know if garlic works for everybody or whether I just got lucky. And I want to know if we can sort of confirm this connection between teeth and decision making, or lack of decision making, and see what the results are there. So I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to see your comments about this. So thank you for watching. I hope this helps if you have a toothache, and I'll see you soon.